Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. King Charles's final decision over Harry's future as he appointed Prince William to the king role. The recent revelations of Prince Harry's interview have created considerable turmoil inside the royal family, particularly among King Charles's inner circle. Insider accounts suggest that the Queen was reportedly taken aback by Harry's candid remarks about his children, Archie and Lilibet, and their association with the British royalty. An informant said that King Charles expressed disbelief, stating, "Before you mention them, their existence is indeed surprising to us," implying that the emergence of Harry's children was unforeseen or presented a challenge to the royal institution. This statement underscores the growing estrangement between Harry and his father, especially as the Duke of Sussex has increasingly disengaged from royal duties while maintaining a notable public presence. The interview purportedly discussed Harry's desire for his children to maintain a link to the UK, despite his and Meghan Markle's renunciation of royal responsibilities, therefore intensifying tensions with King Charles. The monarch, known for his steadfast dedication to tradition and duty, allegedly saw Harry's comments as excessive, particularly in light of the couple's choice to live in the United States while also seeking certain royal privileges for their children. The claim that King Charles is purportedly seeking DNA evidence to verify the legitimacy of Harry's children has intensified doubts about the depth of the disagreement. The royal family has not officially responded to these charges, yet the implications are significant, suggesting a level of distrust and scrutiny that goes beyond typical royal protocol. The broader consequences of this discord extend beyond the immediate family, affecting the monarchy's public image and internal dynamics. King Charles, after years of preparation for his reign, now faces the challenge of harmonizing tradition with the evolving requirements of a modern monarchy. His decision to appoint Prince William to a significant new role, one that Harry will never attain, further highlights the shifting power dynamics within the royal family. William's new responsibilities communicate a clear message. The monarchy is progressing with a new generation that prioritizes duty and continuity above the personal choices of those who have distanced themselves from royal life. The current situation will profoundly impact the monarchy's future, depending on the reactions of both the royal family and the public. The uncertainty surrounding King Charles's alleged skepticism about Harry's children raises questions about whether it reflects genuine concern or a strategic maneuver to reinforce royal power. Nonetheless, it is clear that the monarchy is at a critical crossroads, and decisions made in the coming months could profoundly affect its stability and significance. Prince William's new role, a major shift in royal power. In response to the intensifying conflict between King Charles and Prince Harry, the monarch has reportedly taken a decisive action by appointing Prince William to a newly created leadership position within the royal family, a rank that Harry will never attain. This action is often considered a strategic reaction to Harry's previous interviews, which have revived debates over his role in the monarchy and the status of his children. King Charles is reinforcing his commitment to the monarchy's traditions and obligations by elevating William. This new role for William is not only ceremonial, it is expected to provide him more influence over the monarchy's direction, particularly concerning modernization and public engagement. The selection clearly reflects King Charles's objectives. As William becomes a central position in the monarchy's next chapter, Harry's authority wanes. The decision underscores the monarchy's emphasis on continuity and accountability, values from which Harry has gradually detached himself since abdicating royal duties in 2020. While William was always expected to take up a leadership position as the future king, this new post formalizes his authority, further distinguishing him from his younger brother. This aligns with King Charles's comprehensive strategy to optimize the royal family, ensuring that only those who actively participate in its functions are entrusted with significant responsibilities. This ceremony represents a significant transformation in the royal family's framework, highlighting the idea that the monarchy is advancing autonomously from Harry. By consolidating control under William, King Charles conveys a message about loyalty, duty, and the institution's future, one that permits little tolerance for those who choose to resign. King Charles's concerns regarding Harry's progeny. Amid rising tensions between King Charles and Prince Harry, a particularly sensitive issue has emerged. The monarch's purported doubts over the legitimacy of Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet. Insider sources suggest that King Charles has allegedly questioned the authenticity of his grandchildren, expressing skepticism over their biological relation to him. This uncertainty has purportedly led to a request for DNA proof from Harry, further straining the already fragile relationship between father and son. The need for DNA verification is an unusual and controversial action, reflecting significant distrust within the royal family and raising questions about King Charles's commitment to asserting control over royal genealogy and titles. An intimate colleague of Meghan Markle purportedly said that Meghan disclosed to them her non-pregnant status at a time of intensified speculation over her pregnancy. If verified, this finding would amplify skepticism over the legitimacy of Archie and Lilibet, particularly among those who have persistently scrutinized the couple's public narrative. No official statements have been made to confirm or deny these claims, although the mere suggestion of doubt from the king has echoed across royal circles. The implications of this predicament extend beyond family issues, including broader inquiries about royal protocol, succession, and the future of the monarchy. If King Charles continues to doubt the legitimacy of his progeny, it might set a dangerous precedent for the validation and acknowledgement of royal lineage. As the monarchy seeks to modernize and remain relevant, such disagreements risk exposing internal dissension and reinforcing perceptions of an institution more detached from contemporary standards. The decision to disavow the title and the monarchy's strategic shift are significant topics of discussion. The decision to withhold royal titles from Prince Harry's children is substantially rooted in historical precedent and the monarchy's adaptable approach throughout King Charles's reign. Royal sources indicate that the late Queen Elizabeth II offered Harry the choice to either continue as a senior royal or forfeit his official duties, a move that ultimately impacted the status of his children. In 2020, when Harry and Meghan Markle opted to relinquish their royal duties, they effectively distanced themselves from the institution, complicating both the political and financial dimensions of the monarchy's capacity to confer titles upon Archie and Lilibet, which are typically reserved for direct heirs of the sovereign. This measure aligns with King Charles's primary goal of a more streamlined monarchy, which limits the number of individuals receiving royal titles and the associated benefits, including taxpayer-funded financial support. The 1917 Royal Proclamation serves as a principal justification for this choice, specifying that only the descendants and grandchildren of a reigning monarch are eligible to receive the titles of prince or princess. However, the implementation of this law has not been consistent recently. In 2012, Queen Elizabeth II proclaimed that all of Prince William's descendants will receive royal titles upon birth, regardless of gender. This loophole allowed William's children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, to be officially recognized as royal heirs, even though the same condition applied to Archie. The difference between these two cases has prompted speculation that the monarchy is selectively using historical protocols to govern the official acknowledgement of people as members of the royal family. We must not ignore the financial implications of granting titles to Harry's children. Royal titles include certain responsibilities, including public appearances, charitable activities, and, in some cases, financial support from the sovereign grant. King Charles is implementing a program of fiscal restraint by limiting titles to those who actively serve the kingdom and emphasizing the importance of duty and service. People view this strategic change as a way to modernize the institution and separate it from those who opt to stay outside its traditional boundaries. Critics argue that this method may alienate royal family members who, despite their disengagement, maintain a legitimate claim to their lineage and status. The title controversy: Archie's status within the royal hierarchy. The arrival of Prince Archie in 2019 was expected to be a momentous event for the royal family, representing a new generation in the British monarchy. Archie, the firstborn child of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, is seventh in the line of succession to the throne, which establishes him as a direct heir to the royal lineage. His arrival was much anticipated, with the world expecting the traditional magnificence and celebrations linked to royal births. The decision to deny Archie the title of prince upon his birth initiated a protracted controversy that would resonate inside the monarchy for years. Unlike his cousins, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, who were bestowed royal titles at birth, Archie was referred to as Master Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, without any formal royal designation. This deviation from tradition promptly provoked inquiry and incited speculation about the reasoning behind the decision. The official communique from Buckingham Palace said that Archie does not fulfill the requirements for a royal title according to the 1917 royal decree, which stipulates that only the children and grandchildren of a reigning monarch are entitled to the designation of prince or princess. At the time of his birth, Archie did not meet the qualification since he was a great-grandchild of Queen Elizabeth II. Skepticism greeted this argument, particularly because Queen Elizabeth had previously granted an exemption for her grandson William's offspring. The Queen declared in 2012 that all William's progeny, regardless of gender, would receive royal titles upon birth. This case offered conclusive proof that the monarchy may impose exclusions when justified, leading to several queries over Archie's exclusion. The contention about Archie's title went beyond mere semantics or tradition. It signified a significant rift among the royal family. Harry and Meghan had already experienced discord with the institution on their quest for more autonomy, and the decision to deny Archie's title was seen by many as a sign of the monarchy's alienation from them. Tensions escalated when Meghan revealed in an interview with Oprah Winfrey that palace authorities had contemplated Archie's potential skin tone and the suitability of bestowing upon him a royal title. These findings, irrespective of their authenticity, provided a racial dimension to the discussion, with several critics arguing that the decision to deny Archie a title was influenced by motives beyond simple bureaucratic protocol. The ramifications of this discord extend beyond Archie, affecting the whole relationship between Harry and his family. The issue of royal titles became a sensitive topic with Harry's increasing dissatisfaction with the monarchy, highlighting his belief that his children were being treated differently from their cousins. As the monarchy evolved under King Charles, the uncertainty over Archie's status remained, highlighting the ongoing clash between tradition and modernity within the royal family. Meghan Markle's significant revelation. Meghan Markle's 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey was a significant event that impacted the royal family and beyond. In the interview, Meghan made several provocative claims, notably alleging that discussions occurred inside the palace over the granting of a royal title to her child, Archie. Meghan said that these talks included concerns over the color of Archie's skin, suggesting that racial bias affected the decision-making process. She said that there were concerns and conversations over the probable blackness of Archie's skin, implying that such prejudice affected the monarchy's hesitance to grant him a formal title. Despite the absence of a specific individual's name, it was evident that the royal family had participated in discussions that many perceived as discriminatory. This finding had swift and far-reaching consequences. The British royal family, previously scrutinized for its historical ties to colonialism and lack of diversity, has faced fresh criticism. Many others questioned the practicality of such arguments taking place inside an institution that explicitly advocated for modernity and inclusivity. The interview was considered a direct challenge to the monarchy's carefully constructed image, exposing internal strife and raising considerable concerns over the treatment of individuals of color inside the royal institution. The public reaction was prompt and polarized. Certain advocates of the monarchy said that the claims were exaggerated or mischaracterized, while others saw them as confirmation of persistent issues within the institution. The consequences extended beyond public opinion into interpersonal relationships within the royal family. Harry and Meghan's decision to renounce royal duties had already strained their relationships with senior royals, but the interview intensified the rift. Prince William and other members of the royal family were reportedly very unsettled by the revelations, seeing them as unjustified private complaints that may threaten the monarchy's reputation. Concurrently, King Charles, who had always shown prudence in maintaining neutrality, had a quandary between his need to protect the institution and his duties as a parent to Harry. The interview not only altered public perceptions of the monarchy, but also had lasting consequences for Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family. The accusations of racial bigotry and the evident exclusion of Archie from royal privileges reinforced Harry's belief that his children were being treated differently than those of his brother. The controversy revived debates about the monarchy's future, with several people questioning the institution's ability to really embrace diversity and modern ideas. The title, The Strained Relationship Between Prince Harry and King Charles, summarizes the complex dynamics of their relationship. The relationship between Prince Harry and King Charles has been shaped by various personal, political, and institutional factors, leading to the considerable rift that exists today. Harry's formative years were marked by a profound bond with his father, particularly after the tragic death of Princess Diana in 1997. As a grieving father, Charles was determined to provide stability for his children, and for a while, the relationship between Harry and Charles remained robust. As Harry developed, their personalities and aspirations began to diverge. Charles, a steadfast conservative, emphasized responsibility, discipline, and the need to uphold royal responsibilities. In contrast, Harry contended with the stringent scrutiny of royal existence and longed for normalcy, often deriving solace from military service and philanthropic activities. The critical juncture in their relationship occurred with Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle in 2018. Despite Charles's initial support for the marriage, issues arose when the pair faced relentless media scrutiny and perceived inadequate institutional support from the royal family. Harry and Meghan's decision to relinquish royal duties in early 2020 marked a definitive break in their relationship with Charles. The unforeseen choice, which surprised the palace, was seen by Charles as a betrayal of his steadfast commitment to duty and loyalty. He purportedly saw Harry's decision as a rejection of all his efforts, intensifying the emotional divide between father and son. The rift intensified when Harry and Meghan openly expressed their sentiments, particularly during their 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey. Meghan's claims about palace discussions over Archie's skin color and the refusal of his royal title profoundly impacted Charles, who had dedicated his life to preserving the monarchy's prestige. The interview was considered an attack on the institution, and Charles, in his capacity as leader, was hesitant to address what he saw as unfounded criticism. As Harry continued to assert his claims, Charles's frustration grew, leading to the purported demand for DNA proof to verify the legitimacy of Harry's children. The once strong relationship between father and son has degenerated into a strained and distant connection, with little chance for reconciliation in the near future. Archie and Lilibet, the controversy surrounding royal titles. The discussion over the royal titles for Archie and Lilibet has become a contentious issue inside the British monarchy, symbolizing the widening rift between Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the royal family. Historically, the custom of granting prince or princess titles to the grandchildren of a reigning monarch has persisted for decades. At the time of Archie's birth in 2019, he was acknowledged as Queen Elizabeth II's great-grandson, so precluding him from obtaining a royal title in accordance with the 1917 Royal Proclamation. This rule was amended in 2012 to ensure that all of Prince William's offspring would get titles upon birth, regardless of gender. This example created a new standard, leading many to question why Archie, as a direct successor to the future queen, was not granted the same privilege. Following King Charles's accession to the throne in 2022, it was expected that Archie and his younger sister, Lilibet, would eventually get royal titles. In accordance with traditional royal protocol, the grandchildren of the reigning king should have been bestowed with the titles of prince and princess after Charles's ascension. Nonetheless, no formal announcement was made, and months passed without any official recognition of their stance. The delay prompted speculation that the royal family was deliberately withholding the titles in response to Harry and Meghan's decision to abdicate royal duties and their subsequent public criticisms of the monarchy. Some sources indicated that King Charles was using the titles as a kind of leverage, intending to encourage Harry to reconcile with the institution from which he had distanced himself. The implications of this ruling extend beyond simple titles. They represent a significant change in the standards for establishing royal status. By depriving Archie and Lilibet of their titles, the monarchy signifies that royal privilege is now dependent on active service and loyalty to the institution. This move marks a shift from previous generations where lineage, rather than duty, primarily dictated royal status. The decision is considered a strategic effort by King Charles to modernize the monarchy, reducing the number of individuals with royal titles and ensuring that only those who actively contribute to the institution get its benefits. Critics argue that this tactic may alienate royal family members who, although separating themselves from ceremonial duties, have a legitimate claim to their heritage. The ongoing argument around Archie and Lilibet's titles highlights the monarchy's need to harmonize changing expectations with the long-standing traditions that have defined it for generations. The enduring challenges and uncertain future of the monarchy. The ongoing conflict between Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the royal family has sparked significant discussion among academics and the public, with many contemplating the lasting implications for the monarchy. Royal historians and pundits have emphasized the atypical nature of the conflict, noting that the monarchy has never seen such a public and personal schism among its ranks. Some academics believe that King Charles's purported doubt over Harry's progeny, shown by his need for DNA confirmation, indicates a deeper difficulty in maintaining the institution's legacy. This surpasses simple titles or familial connections, said Dr. Anna Whitelock, a historian specializing in the British monarchy. It pertains to defining membership within the royal family and the ramifications of royalty in the 21st century. There is a divided public attitude, with some expressing sympathy for Harry and Meghan due to their claims of racial prejudice and exclusion from royal privileges. In contrast, others saw the couple's persistent public criticisms as an unjustified attack on the monarchy, arguing that a renunciation of royal duties should also include a forfeiture of royal benefits. A royal observer said, "They chose to live outside the institution and now expect preferential treatment." That is unequivocally not how it functions. As King Charles tries to modernize the monarchy, the future of Harry's progeny remains uncertain. The full recognition of Archie and Lilibet as royal family members depends on the monarchy's willingness to reconcile and the future choices of Harry and Meghan. The royal family is now fragmented, with no apparent resolution in sight. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.